Hello and welcome to the All Quack No Quack podcast. My name is Paul and I'm sitting here with Callum.
Hello.
And today we sort of have a plan. Sort of.
We do. I feel like last episode we decided that... we said that it had been a while since the last time we did a podcast, and it's been another while now.
It's been another while, yeah.
Last episode we were talking about injuries, and a couple of days later I got into a car accident.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, great timing.
So I had a bit of a bang to the back of my head. Everything was fine. We was hit. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't driving. Then Sunday, as we was last Sunday. The video's on my channel now, but I fell off a rock wall and did me elbow in a bit, which didn't look so bad in the photo that we took that I used in the video. It got a little... Yeah, it's alright now, but, well, still a bit of a mark.
Yeah.
Still a scab.
Yes.
Big scab is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. But we mentioned in
the video before that.
Yeah. About a little shopping spree. So, I took to basically trade in all my old consoles, bar my PS2.
We say shopping spree. Paul did very well selling a load of shite.
Yeah.
You did.
Let
you tell the story.
So I traded in my PS4, my Xbox One S. What else was there?
Did you sell the PS4? Because you bought the one back, didn't you?
No, I took the one away with me. I had two to trade in.
Oh, yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And what else did I sell?
A load of games.
Yeah, loads of games.
Yeah.
There was another console, I'm certain. I can't think of. Oh, PS3.
Yeah.
And I walked out with a PS5 and 3 games and a £12 voucher. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, so you made a bit of money as well.
Yeah. So I did pretty well, to be fair.
How are you liking the PS5?
Loving it.
It's great. It is great.
So
anyone out there that plays Xbox needs to get rid of their Xbox and buy a PS5.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, like, for years and years and years, I was always Xbox. I was always in the Xbox. And, of course, I had a PlayStation, but I played more on my Xbox and stuff. But there was a couple of games I wanted to do with PS5 exclusives, which is why I traded in.
Just pick up me fucking slurping the shit out of that one.
That's right.
I hope not, sorry.
But, yeah, so... now, PlayStation all the way.
Yeah.
Xbox has got shit.
Yeah.
Xbox has got shit.
Yeah.
And so the new controller, I've got mine here. It's a better size.
It is, isn't it?
That was always a downside of PlayStation controllers. They were much smaller than an Xbox.
Because I can't stand the PS4 controller.
No, it's tiny.
I thought it was fucking terrible.
That's why I've got...
And the PS3 controller was bad as well.
Yeah, the PS3 controller was awful.
Felt like you'd been stabbed in the hands.
Yeah. Which is why I had a Razer remote for my PS4.
Yeah.
Because the controller was way too small. But also, the haptic feedback.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Xbox hasn't switched to haptic feedback. Because it is so much better. You feel so much more almost sucked in. I'm trying to find the word. Immersed in the game.
Yeah.
Because of the haptic feedback and the 3D sound they've got on it is amazing.
What were the 3 games that you bought? I know, but tell the listeners they'd be asking.
God of War Ragnarok, which I've already played. I have already played that game through on the PS4. I got Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm playing at the moment. That game is really fucking big and actually quite hard. It is a really good game though. I mean, so many people made negative comments about that. Personally, I think the game is brilliant. I think it's really well made. It's great.
I think if you're into Harry Potter, you'll like Hogwarts Legacy then.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. But you don't even have to be into Harry Potter to be into it because it's not. It is canon, but it's not part of the Harry Potter story.
Yeah.
So it's completely separate. It's set in the 18th century. It's well before Harry Potter. What's it?
The aesthetic of the Wizarding world hasn't really changed
an awful
since
lot.
the 1800s. No,
it has in some bits.
Okay.
Like the uniforms and stuff are different. There are.
No, but I haven't played Hogwarts Legacy. But I was just thinking about the films. Then I thought, it does look a bit old-fashioned. by design, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, for certain. If you look at like the general wizarding world, though, you'll notice that a lot of like wizards in their everyday life, not obviously Hogwarts students, but wizards in their everyday life, students wear normal clothes and stuff, like normal general fashion.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is quite cool. But yeah, I also bought Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which I've been wanting to play for ages. I've played every single Ratchet and Clank game. Every single one.
You platinum this one, you were saying?
I did platinum it, yeah. I did platinum 24 hours to platinum it.
Same.
Yeah. So I spent about 4 hours before taking on the final boss, just going around getting all the cheese I could. My sync
I was going to say,
really
your microphone won't pick that up.
I hope not.
I hope not, sorry.
So yeah, no, that game was fucking incredible. Some of the new mechanics they've added are awesome. They did a really, really good job on it. And do you know what? I've not seen a single negative review about that.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah,
I've never played any Ratchet and Clanks, but we did mention on one of the podcasts before that I need to play Dead Island.
Yes.
I have since bought Dead Island, and I've played about 3 hours of it, and it's fucking brilliant. I haven't had time to sit down and play it properly yet, but I've played the first couple hours. It's really good.
What character did you choose?
Jacob is his name? The black guy with the afro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played as Jacob.
He's funny. I think it's quite very good.
Funny,
it's very good. Yeah, there was one part where I had built myself a machete with like an electric part, and I told you this, but I'm going to say it again on the podcast. But I came across this swimming pool that just had green water in it, which I just assumed was like from like all the rotting corpses and everything. So I thought, oh well, there's bodies in that, so it's probably zombies that are going to try and kill me in a minute. What if I take my electric thing and fuck it into the into the swimming pool, and it would kill them all? Turns out they were already dead, and it was acid, and I've lost my best weapon.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I was being really clever, and
Yeah.
I just threw my best weapon into acid.
And now...
I can't go and get it, can I?
Now you've got to fight the bride.
I did it.
You've done it.
I did. What am I up to now? Because I was speaking about it with you before. Killed the bride.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the house. There was a little side quest that popped up. I ignored that, went back to the house. And now I have to go somewhere to do something. I've played like another 20 minutes after killing the bride.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not really not that far into it, but I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, there are a lot of side quests in it as well.
By the time we actually get down to sit another record another podcast, it will have been so long that I'd probably beat it by then.
Yeah.
We used to do this weekly. We need to
Yeah.
start doing it weekly again.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do it recording a bit more often.
Yeah.
It's just finding the time, innit?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is just finding the time.
But yeah, no, Dead Island.
It's a great game. I'm loving it.
Absolutely cracking game.
Borderlands 3 as well, I need to jump on.
I played Borderlands 1 or 2. I played Borderlands 2 when that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been many a year since 2 came out, though. Christ.
Many a year since 3 came out now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, my next game recommendation would purely just be because it is my favourite game ever. It would be Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Rift Apart is particularly good.
Yeah, well, I'll try it. Eventually. At some stage after I finish Dead Island.
It's more... it's a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
But it's more arcadey.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, like an arcadey shooter. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, I've never played any of them, because I've only just got on the PlayStation. I was always Xbox.
Yeah.
But it is just better.
Yeah, well,
in every single way, it is just better.
Yeah, because I started out PS2, and back then PlayStation was better than Xbox then. And then, like...
Xbox 360 was better than PS3, though.
Oh, yeah, all the way. Yeah, 100%. And, like, I forgot how much PlayStations hog internet.
Yeah.
They really do. That being said, fucking downloads on that thing are quick. Well, I got home. I put Wisp Apart straight in it because I knew that was the game I wanted to play first. And like I thought, right, I'll just pop up, get this bit tidied up, and I'll pop round to Mum's. And by the time I tidied that up, I went to leave for Mum's, and I was like, oh my god, it's only got 10% left. Fucking hell.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fuck. What's I going to talk about next? I'm fresh out of ideas. We're only 5 minutes in.
Barely started.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, back to Ratchet and Clank. I'm going to keep badgering on about it. But,
yeah, carry on.
Yeah, because I think it was designed more as a kid's game. But, like, I played the first one, oh god, probably 2 or 3 years after it come out, and fucking fell in love with the game.
Yeah.
I've just played every single one since. It's just, so it's so well developed. It's developed by Insomniac Games.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, you've sold me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The makers of the Spider-Man games. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see.
Yeah.
Straight away.
I'm sure they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 had an update today.
I did that.
Yeah. I come home from work, jumped on Black Ops 3 because I still play Black Ops 3 Zombies in 2024. I'm trying to get round 50 on every map.
Yeah.
And I've done the Giant, done Horizon, done Zet and GK, done Rev to 100, done Ascension. If I could learn how to kill the Margwa, because there is a way to one-shot him.
Yeah.
If I could learn that, I could do Shadows pretty easily. But I'm doing Nact at the moment.
Oh,
the first World at War map.
Yeah.
That's just a fucking slog.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you can insta-kill with the Thundergun, but that's it. There's no...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, World at War. That was a game.
That was the best game.
Yeah. Such
World
a
at War was the best game. Because, right, for any Zombies fans out there, the best versions of the World at War maps are the original World at War maps.
Yeah.
Except for the Derice, I'd say the Black Ops 1 remaster was better. Because it just worked a little, flowed a bit better. But yeah, World at Wars.
Yeah. That was up there, yeah.
Yeah.
God of War. Really good. Really good.
I need to play God of War. I need to play The Last of Us as well.
Yeah, I think one of our friends was telling me I should play The Last of Us.
Little guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to use names on the podcast,
Yeah.
I know you're on about.
Yeah, he was telling me I should play Last of Us. But, God of War's really, really good. Because I hadn't played any of the older God of War games, because there are older ones. I started with the PlayStation 4 one. And it was just because when the guy I bought my PlayStation 4 off was like, yeah, you can have one of these games with it. And I'm like, it was a choice between God of War and Apex Legends.
God, take God of War.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I've heard God of War's quite good, so I'll give it a go.
Apex Legends, is that the... I know it's a Battle Royale. Is that the Titanfall Battle Royale?
No. It's, from what I can tell, it's like futuristic, alternative move to another planet sort of thing.
Yeah, are you sure it's not Titanfall?
No, I don't think it is. It might be.
No, I'm sure it is. I've never played... I'm sure it is. I got to Google it now. Apex Legends. My mobile data's off, bear with.
Yeah, you could just like hop on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but I turned the Wi-Fi off for the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Titanfall? Developed by Respawn Entertainment. Takes place 18 years after the events of Titanfall 2.
Oh, okay.
So it is, yeah. I've never played Apex, but I was really fucking good at Titanfall back in the day. I've gone flawless in Team Deathmatch on both Titanfall games. Are they making a third one? Does anybody know? Can someone tell me?
I don't know.
I love Titanfall. I think it's brilliant. Can I go and close that curtain? Because the sun's
go for it.
beaming me. Bear with. Fucking hell. Does it still look alright on?
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah.
Take my jumper off as well. Yeah, that scat I got off the fucking wall now.
Can I?
It's
Good
just-
on, yeah.
Fucking. It's alright, mate.
Yeah.
Scabbed on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. What other games are really good?
What have I been playing lately? Dead Island. We've already talked about Dead Island.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League is shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy it, but then I thought, oh no, I'll wait for the reviews.
Yeah. Wait. See what? Yeah.
And I've not seen a single positive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's genuinely what happened with me and Hogwarts Legacy, because obviously all the rumours coming out, and I was like, I'm going to wait and see what people think about that.
Yeah.
And that's what put me off buying it for so long. When I traded in the PlayStation, I was like, no, I need to play it. So, like, yeah.
You being such a big Harry Potter fan as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. So just, like, and it is really good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the reviews are just... I think people could be overly critical of games these days.
Yeah, I think just because if you throw up negative gaming videos on YouTube, they do better.
Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of things nowadays are overhated.
Yeah.
And
I know it got a lot of hate because it gets quite dark in places. And, like, people were expecting, like, Harry Potter was initially aimed at kids, and they expected...
The last couple of films are quite dark, though.
Harry Potter got dark as well.
Yeah, it did. And I loved it when it got dark.
Yeah. I think this is the reason why Harry Potter's always done so well, because it aged with the audience it was aimed towards.
Yeah.
Like, it started out...
As
like,
a kids' film.
Yeah,
the
like
first,
Philosopher's-
two.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone, Chambers of Secret were really quite kiddie, and then as it went on, it got darker and darker.
What was the fourth one, the one with, like, the kind of Olympic Games style thing? Because I think that's when it got dark.
What's the
Or
order?
was that the fifth?
Prisoner of Azkaban got quite dark, that's third.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the werewolf one, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you had Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of
Secrets.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, Goblet of Fire.
No, I'm sure that's the fifth one. But what are we missing, man? What are we missing?
Order of the Phoenix. Then
No,
Goblet
Order of the Phoenix. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm sure it's Goblet of Fire, then Order of the Phoenix. Yeah, because Goblet of Fire, Voldemort returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one where he comes back
Yeah.
is where it starts getting dark, I would say.
And then the Order of the Phoenix, the whole reason the Order was set up,
Yeah.
it was actually called Dumbledore's Army, they named it, was because the Ministry wouldn't listen. He was blind. The Minister for Magic was blinded by fear.
Yeah.
And like the Ministry wouldn't listen and said that Albus Dumbledore and Harry were being, were just spreading lies.
Yeah.
And so like the Ministry would do nothing about it, and they sent Dolores Umbridge into the school.
Yeah.
So obviously they.
That was that bitch.
Yeah. They
I
were
know,
trying to stop them from doing anything.
Yeah.
Because they were adamant that they were just lying and causing issues. Which is why the Order was set up, because it was a case of, no, this is Voldemort's becoming a threat, and we need people to fight against them.
Yeah. Yeah. My favourite character in Harry Potter is Neville.
Yeah, the character arc.
That he goes on from such a timid little child, and then
Yeah.
he kills the snake at the end.
Yeah,
and
kills
his big
Nagini.
speech in front of Voldemort at the end is like, "You fucking hero."
Yeah.
That's up there with
Fucking
Captain
brilliant.
America lifting Thor's hammer.
Yeah. Honestly, that was great. Yeah.
That's why Neville's my favourite character for sure.
Yeah. So if I go through all of them in order, it's Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and then you've got
Deathly Hallows Part
1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say each film gets better as they go because they get slightly darker each time.
Yeah. But yeah, that is my theory as to why it did so well, is because it did genuinely grow with the audience
Yeah.
that it was aimed towards.
I think I was going to segue then into talking about Marvel. Because I liked how when you watch the Infinity Saga,
Yeah.
which is phase 1 through 3, it was all connected, and
Yeah.
everything gave you little clues for each Infinity Stone, and then Thanos, the big fucking thing, and then like if you look into like the lore of the MCU, Thanos waited for Thor's dad to die before
Yeah.
he fucking moved on anything because he knew he could stop him like that.
Yeah.
And then there's just so much fucking lore, and then Phase 4 onwards, it's like it doesn't even feel connected anymore.
Yeah.
Because like Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man was in Iron Man. He was in Iron Man 2. He cameoed in the Hulk at the end. He's obviously then in Avengers, and then he's in. No, he's in Iron Man 3. He's not in Thor 2. Think he has a quick cameo, like you see him on a screen in Captain America 2. And then I might be wrong, but other than Doctor Strange in the Guardians of the Galaxy, he's in everything.
Yeah.
From then.
Yeah.
So it all feels connected. But like then the first hero that they introduce in Phase 4 is Shang-Chi. Brilliant movie. Haven't seen or heard of him since. It's like...
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they do a season 2 of Moon Knight.
Me too.
Because, like...
It's not even in the Phase 5 slate.
Yeah.
It's like...
I mean, Infinity War and then Guardians 3 I watched.
You watched that late.
Yeah, very late.
Yeah.
Like, end of last year.
That's a good film.
Yeah. Like,
Do you know... I know you're not big into Marvel and DC. I'll let you finish your point, but do you know James Gunn's job now? The director of the Guardians films?
No.
We'll come back to it then.
Yeah. Because, I was, like, quite into it until Infinity War, and then I sort of fell out of love a bit.
Right. That's when it got amazing, because it was always good, but it got really good then.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, Infinity War felt like an end in and of itself.
I'd say Endgame felt like the ending.
No, yes, Endgame, I mean.
Oh, right, I was going to say, like, you can't, because that's such a cliffhanger, that's not the ending. No.
Yeah, I feel like Endgame is just an end in and of itself, and, like, I just didn't feel like I wanted to progress the story any further, really.
But that really, it is the end of the story, and then Phase 4 is, like, Phase 4, 5 and 6 are supposed to be the multiverse saga.
Yeah.
But we haven't really... Considering we're into Phase 5 now, we've had like a few things that are multiverse related and nothing else. It's like, if you're gonna do you need to tell a story. Like, there's no plan here.
Like, the only reason I watched Moon Knight was because you kept badgering me about it.
Yeah.
But it actually was really good.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I, really
thought you'd like
that.
it because of like all the gods and the ancient Greek,
ancient Egyptian.
Egypt. Yeah. But then like, I've just criticised the MCU for not feeling connected anymore. But I think Moon Knight was great because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's in the MCU, but it just feels like its own thing.
Itself. Yeah, which is really nice because, like, the thing is...
I would like to... Side note, sorry, I'd love to see Moon Knight come back in, like, a Midnight Suns thing.
Yeah. And see, like, because MCU was great, and it got dark as it went, but just the whole... What they're doing with it now... just feels like kids' movies.
Yeah.
It just feels like this is just aimed towards kids, and it just doesn't interest me that much.
They had like a really good... The most recent film... Yeah, no, I'm confusing it now because there's so many films and TV shows, but the most recent film is The Marvels, and they had a really good idea in it. It's one of the worst films in it now. Yeah. And it's the shortest. But there was a really good idea that they should have gone with. So the premise was that Miss Marvel met her hero, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And so then they're saving these load of Skrulls off on this planet that are getting attacked. And then the young Miss Marvel is like, oh, we have to save them. We have to save them all.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel's like, no, we can't save them all. If we don't save these lot, we won't save any of them. So abandon them. And I thought, you've met your hero. This character's just met her hero that she idolised forever. And she's not what she cracked up to be. And I thought, if they'd continued down that...
Yeah.
It would have been a really good story.
Yeah. There could have been something really good there.
Yeah, instead they went to a planet where everyone sings to communicate. And I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Also, the little cameo, because they throw fucking cameos into everything now. Another little nitpick. Valkyrie from Thor.
Yeah.
She shows up to using the Bifrost to take the Skrulls away so that they don't have to deal with that plot point anymore. But Valkyrie can't summon the Bifrost. That's not so it just breaks the law. Like, only Odin could do that, and then Thor can do it using Stormbreaker. So how is Valkyrie?
Yeah.
It just breaks the law, and so why did you do that?
Well, like, because the whole thing with MCU is, especially, well, I know that Stan Lee in interviews said that his intentions with that part of the MCU was that it would be true to the Nordic, the Norse gods and stuff, the Norse mythology.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the first Thor film, where like Thor's going around going, "Oh, we can do what we want, we're gods," and his dad just puts him down like, "No, we're not gods. We're born, we live, we die. We are immortal." But like, they became myth, and they're so powerful that humans view them as gods.
Yeah,
and like, so they are just aliens that are just stupidly powerful.
Yeah.
But then, like in this new Thor film, it's like, oh yeah, all the gods come here, and they're all like fucking arrogant up their asses, and
because
I wish Gore killed more of them.
Yeah, because that is a big part of Norse mythology. Is they're right up their own asses. They're really like but like so you know, his intention was to keep it true to Norse mythology. Well, in Norse mythology, the whole reason the Valkyries are known for being extremely powerful, and when the end days come, the Valkyries will rule. Yeah, like that's part of the mythology. The one thing that Valkyries can't do, and the reason that Ragnarok hasn't come yet, is because the Bifrost is too powerful. Yeah, the Valkyries cannot stop the Bifrost. Yeah, so if they can't stop the Bifrost, how are they supposed to use it? Yeah, like that just breaks Stan Lee's own intentions with the MCU.
I know, it's just disrespect, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but to circle back to James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy films, his new job is he's in charge of DC now. So he's moved over to DC, and he's just said, right, okay, fuck the DCU, the DCEU, we're going to do it again. He's currently directing a Superman film, which the cast is stacked, it's really good. Yeah. Then he's doing things like The Authority and Creature Commandos, and it's like such left field picks. I think it might be really interesting. Yeah. But like, he's just come out, when he announced all this, he said, "Oh yeah, we have a plan." I've sat down with the other guy. He's co-host of DC Studios now. Yeah. And he sat down. They've written a plan. They've called it Gods and Monsters. So they're doing Superman. They're doing Creature Commandos, The Authority. They're gonna do Swamp Thing, which is supposed to be a horror. Yeah. There's a Brave and the Bold Batman thing. Which, thing is, because my problem with Ben Affleck's Batman was you met that version of the character 20 years into his crime fighting. Yeah. And so you don't really connect with him. Like when you meet Iron Man in the MCU, he's just starting out and you see his whole fucking career as Iron Man. Yeah. With this, so you're starting 20 years into his Batman, and then with this one, the new Brave and the Bold film is going to be about him and his son Damian Wayne. Yeah. So, okay, that's really interesting because we've never seen Damian Wayne. But you've skipped so much of the Batman mythology already. Yeah. You're on your fourth Robin. Yeah. Yeah, like there's no character arc then. There is no character. You've skipped a lot, yeah.
Yeah, because, like you were saying with Iron Man, the character arc is there. So, like...
he was a dickhead that went on to save the universe.
Yeah. And, like, that bit of lore in the character arc that is so important is, obviously, his core. Because initially the cores were built into the suits, and then he sustained a severe injury, and the core was the only thing keeping him alive, essentially. Yeah. And so, but that's what made the next few suits so powerful. Yeah. Because that core was part of his life force. Yeah. He was like physically and physiologically connected with the suit.
Yeah. Do you know Iron Man's an alcoholic in the comics?
Oh really?
Full on alcoholic. They were going to go into that with Iron Man 2 a bit more, and he's drunk and partying a lot in that. But I think, I don't remember who it was, but it was like, this is just too much now for younger audiences.
I wonder whether Robert Downey Jr. actually got drunk on set.
Probably.
Because he's a character actor. That's the way he like character actors are brilliant. Yeah. They're fucking horrible to work with. Genuinely. Because it's like, character actors refuse to break out of character the whole time they're on set.
Yeah.
They're in character, because if they break out of character, they're going to lose where they're at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they put all the effort into coming into character. They're staying in character till it's done. And that's what makes them such good actors. But because they're always in character, they're horrendous to work with.
Yeah.
I know.
Iron Man 2 was going to adapt a story called Demon in the Bottle. And it kind of did, but they pulled out of it quite quickly.
Yeah.
I just had to get that out there because it was going to bug me otherwise.
Yeah, because I know Benedict Cumberbatch has done some character acting.
Yeah.
And I might be totally wrong, but I think there was a thing where, like, when he was filming Sherlock,
Yeah.
He actually did some drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like, that was part of the character. So he was just like, yeah, he was
They
experiencing
missed
what it was like.
a brilliant opportunity in Avengers Infinity War when Iron Man and Doctor Strange are arguing, and I can't remember exactly what happens, but Spider-Man just stood there, and he had the perfect opportunity to just say, "No shit, Sherlock." Because both of those actors had played Sherlock before. It's like, oh, that would have been so funny.
Yeah.
You get one swear word in a PG-13, don't you? That should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, because, what was the one I was going to talk about? Oh, there's two I want to talk about, but people are going to fucking hate me for saying this, right?
Okay.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Right.
Fucking brilliant movie.
I still need to see it.
Brilliant movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, everyone hates on that movie. No, fucking, I saw it for the first time when I was about 5 years old. I think my dad had it on DVD or something.
Yeah.
It was just like a DVD he bought cheap.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was that interested in it. But no, I watched that movie so many times. I loved it.
Apparently, the new Deadpool, which we're going to go and see, is going to be all about, like, all of the references and jokes are going to be about Marvel films before the MCU.
Yeah.
And I heard a rumour, I don't know how true it is, but Elektra from the Daredevil Ben Affleck film is going to be in it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how true that is.
Interesting.
But
Yeah. You need to watch Daredevil then, the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm going to need to.
Yeah, no, it gets so much hate. I genuinely think it's a really good movie.
Yeah. I mean, Charlie Cox, though. Did you see the Netflix series? It's on Disney Plus now.
No.
Oh, you gotta watch that.
Really?
It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
Yeah. What was the... Oh, yeah, Morpheus. Is it Morpheus? From MC... It's either DC or MCU. It's one of the two.
Are you talking about Morbius?
Morbius, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Marvel. It's not MCU. It's part of the Sony Spider-Man universe.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, this is the thing, like, because I saw that advertised, and I was like...
Oh my god, the trailer was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so excited to go see Morbius.
I was like, I'm going to see that. That's going to be the first Marvel movie I've gone to see in
comics,
fucking years.
The comics, Morbius is such a brilliant fucking character.
Yeah.
It's like, he ends up trying to... He sees this doctor who fucking turns himself into a vampire or whatever. He has all the vampire powers and it's all very cool, and he's a villain. He goes around killing people to sustain himself, but then he starts regretting it, goes to a church which is full of fucking drug addicts who are trying to get off of it, so he's trying to get off of the blood knowing it's going to kill him. It's like, there's just so much lore in the Morbius character, and then what the fuck was that film? That was terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Oh god, Paul.
Because genuinely I was like, oh, I'm going to go watch that, and then you went and watched it and you went, don't even bother.
No,
don't
it's
even bother.
fucking
and I
terrible.
was just like, okay,
a lot of the scenes in the trailer, not in the film.
No.
The one where he walks past the Spider-Man site, not there. Michael Keaton is a big part of the trailer.
Yeah.
He's in the post-credit scene for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, because obviously I knew you're such a big Marvel fan.
Yeah.
I was like, if Callum's saying it's shit, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. That, I think, I genuinely went around telling people, anyone who asks, oh, did you see Morbius? Is it any good? I said, well, if you want to watch a film about a vampire, can I recommend you Twilight instead?
Yeah.
Fucking Morbius is the worst film I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrific. Apparently the new Madam Web's crap as well.
Oh, really?
I was going to go watch it, but I was fixing my car at this time, so like I didn't really have money to go to the cinema with because I'd spent so much on that fucking car now. I just thought, right, okay, I'll wait for the reviews. If it's good, I can spare a bit of money to go see it. And there was like, it is shit. It is worse than Morbius. It was like, okay, well then I'm just not gonna.
Yeah. You'll have to let me know when Deadpool comes out.
July
Is that?
July.
Cool. We'll have to arrange. I expect Forrester want to go see that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I might see if Drew wants to come.
Yeah.
Because I've got free tickets to Odeon, so.
Yes.
So we'll go.
Yes, sure.
Because that like Deadpool's brilliant.
Yeah.
So because then we don't have to spend 20 quid for a ticket. Because Odeon cinemas are really good, but they're really expensive.
Okay.
Newest one's Hereford or Cheltenham, one of the two. Hereford's closer.
Yeah, I don't think there is one in Cheltenham.
They're not. Might be just Hereford then.
They've got a HMV. They got a. No, it's not a View. It's a Cineworld.
Oh, yeah, Cineworld, have they?
Cineworld,
oh, okay. Yeah. I'll have to go Hereford then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Odeon are really well known for like being incredible cinemas.
Yeah.
Like they're the top rating cinema, but like they are like 15-20 quid a ticket.
Yeah, because I did a breakdown on my channel of the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, but then I watched other people, like people who just do trailer breakdowns for a living.
Yeah.
I watched their videos after I made mine. I thought, do you know what? I was really good spotting out the Secret Wars comic book, but fuck me, the details that those guys got were like, oh, I dropped the ball a bit with that.
Yeah. Like, oh no.
I was going to do a breakdown of the Joker 2 trailer. I was just busy that week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have time, but I thought I could do it at the weekend. But I thought the buzz has faded for it now. It's not really a point. But yeah, Joker 2 looks really good. They got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you see the first Joker?
No.
It's amazing.
Is it good?
It's like. Did you ever see Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
It's a lot like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's pulls aspects from the Dark Knight Returns comic, which in the Joker 2 trailer he's wearing like a white suit like he does in the comic.
Yeah.
So I guess Todd Phillips, the director, is still pulling from that.
Dark Knight Returns was actually an incredible movie.
Now, are you thinking about the animated film Dark Knight Returns, or are you thinking about the Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight Rises.
I was going to say, because I didn't think you were that big into it that you'd watch the cartoon films.
The Dark Knight Rises was an incredible movie.
Okay, that's an interesting take, because I like it. It's certainly the weakest of that trilogy. Can we agree there?
I don't think I've seen the full trilogy, to be fair.
Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. You must have at least seen The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's Joker. What's the fella's name who plays Two-Face? Aaron something.
I might not have seen The Dark Knight.
What the fuck? Did you guys just hit... He hasn't seen the... I'm bringing The Dark Knight round tomorrow and you're going to sit here and watch The Dark Knight.
Okay, cool, as long as it's after 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because, like, genuinely...
Well, I have a thing tomorrow night.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, the only reason I watched the...
You have been my friend for how long if you haven't seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Well, the only reason...
Get out.
The only reason I saw, like, anything DC or Marvel is because my brother's really big into it. Because obviously we both lived at home at the time, so we'd, like, go and watch all the stuff. Because I didn't ever watch the first Avengers if my brother hadn't said, do you want to go to the cinema? I'll pay.
I can forgive, but you haven't seen The Dark Knight.
I don't think I have now.
With Heath Ledger's Joker in the street screaming, "Hit me" at Batman. Two-Face in it.
Is that the one with the gas attack?
That was Batman Begins.
I've seen Batman Begins.
That's really good as well.
That is really good, yeah. Yeah, because that was like... Obviously, you know my taste in films. Dark films catch me. I like it when a film's really dark.
Have you seen the new The Batman with Robert Pattinson?
No.
See, I'd say that's better than The Dark Knight. Hot take. Yeah, that's my favourite film of all time because there's a lot of darkness in that.
Yeah.
I won't go into it, but the Riddler does some fucked up things to some people.
Really?
Yeah. involving rats. I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil
Yeah.
it, but we'll watch these films.
Let's give each other homework.
Yeah.
So your homework, go watch Ben Affleck's Daredevil,
Yeah.
and I'll watch Dark Knight.
Okay.
And then we can come back and talk about them in the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's something like we could really get into.
Yeah, we definitely could. And you also need to see the Batman.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I also think that Ben Affleck was a shit Batman, by the way. And do you know what? It wasn't his fault. It was Zack Snyder's.
Yeah, it was the directing more than anything.
Because did you hear him on the Joe Rogan podcast? Because
No.
he was talking about why everyone was upset with his Batman. Because it's like, okay, well, DC told me that Batman's one rule is that he never kills anyone. He's like, well, the first thing I want to do is find out what happens when Batman kills. And it's like, well, no. And then he come on there saying, oh, well, Batman fans are screaming at him saying, well, just don't put Batman in a situation where he has to kill somebody. Well, no one's saying that at all. Batman is always in situations where he has to kill somebody, but because he's smart, he finds a way around it.
Yeah.
He never kills anyone. Like, oh, Zack Snyder just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm so glad he's just not touching DC anymore.
How do you like J.J. Abrams as a director?
His Star Wars films are shite. I haven't seen anything else from J.J. Abrams, I don't think.
Have you not?
What has he done outside of Star Wars?
So, because I know you're not a Star Trek fan.
No.
But he did the Star Trek movies, the recent ones.
Are they any good?
Fucking brilliant.
Are they?
They're incredible,
Okay.
yeah. I think even you'd enjoy them, not being a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, I've never watched Star Trek.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy
Everyone was either a Star Trek... It's like Marvel and DC. Everyone's either Star Trek or Star Wars. But I'm going to have to go and try Star Trek because Star Wars is dog shite now.
Yeah, I 100% love Star Trek. The old Star Wars movies, I didn't get along with very much. I think it was just a case of like I was already too indoctrinated into like the Star Trek universe.
Could be, yeah.
The newer ones, the first few were pretty good because we went to the cinema to see them.
Yeah.
We had a we sort of developed a tradition when we lived in Colford that we'd go Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Every year we'd go Christmas Eve and see a movie, and it was always the Star Wars movies because they'd always launch near Christmas.
Yeah.
And they were quite good.
We're not talking about the new Star Wars films when you say that. The episodes 7, 8 and 9. I think two of them were directed by J.J. Abrams.
We probably are then.
Okay. They were dog shite.
The thing
there was one moment in The Last Jedi that was really good.
Yeah.
When Yoda's ghost comes to talk to Luke. But the rest of it... Force Awakens was beat for beat the same story as A New Hope. Where you have like an orphan on a planet, a desert planet, who meets an old character. In Luke's case, it was Obi-Wan. In Rey's case, it was Han Solo, who gets killed by the main villain on a Death Star. Yeah. And then they blow up the Death Star and the film ends.
So I think what it is if you're really deep in the Star Wars lore, which obviously I'm not, those movies are probably going to be crap. Because I've heard from a lot of people who are really deep in the Star Wars lore.
Because I used to like the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Return of the Jedi. So the prequel trilogy.
Return of the Jedi I enjoyed. Return of the Jedi
I still think that's good now, but it is not without its flaws. And when I watched them recently, so without the nostalgia from my childhood, tried to separate myself from that and just look at it as it is. Is it a good film? No, they're fucking terrible. Yeah, even Return of the Jedi is a terrible film because Anakin's fall to the dark side is rushed so fucking badly. Yeah, and they should have started with Episode 2, then did a Clone Wars movie, then 3. Yeah, but then throughout the whole trilogy is Anakin's fall to the dark side. Yeah, and then you get the big payoff of Darth Vader at the end.
Yeah, see, because I was never.
And a consistent villain. Just have Maul. Yeah. Because he was the coolest.
I think if you're steeped in lore and you know the lore really well, I've heard from a lot of people that do know the lore that they're crap. I think if you're not that into the lore, it's all pretty new to you.
Yeah.
So, like, the movies stand for themselves.
Yeah, because especially the last one, Rise of Skywalker, where Rey can now do force healing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That breaks so much fucking canon.
Yeah.
And now in all these Disney Plus shows where everybody can survive a lightsaber stabbing, well, no, that's insta kill. That's always been a thing. If you were hit by a lightsaber, you die.
Yeah. Because with Star Trek, everything's canon.
Yeah.
Everything fits in somewhere.
So Star Wars, like the games, comics, films.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, because
unless like it's specifically been said this is Legends, and then that is canon, but
with a lot of the recent stuff it jumps around a bit, but it is all canon.
Yeah.
But even Star Trek, there are bits of it I'm not a huge fan of. So for me, Deep Space Nine, can't get into it.
No.
Just can't get into it. Voyager, fucking incredible, brilliant, love Voyager. Wasn't long enough, although there's not really much more you can do with that. But with Next Gen,
yes,
Next Gen was incredible.
I heard Next Gen was good. I need to see it all really.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Patrick Stewart did an amazing job.
He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, 100%. My only gripe with Next Gen is they repeat themselves too much. Because it's like, you'll get a holodeck episode and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you get another holodeck episode and that's like, oh, that fits in, that's cool. And then they do 5 more.
Yeah. Speaking of Patrick Stewart, did you see Logan?
No.
It's an adaptation of the Old Man Logan story from the comics as Wolverine. You might.
It's not when he got bone claws, is that?
No, it's like when he's an old man.
No,
so Patrick Stewart's in it.
Bone claws was the last one I watched where he gets bone claws.
That might have been the prequel movie then, because that's like he's born with his bone claws and then he gets adamantium skeleton later.
Yeah.
So you might need to see Logan before we go see Deadpool, because
maybe, yeah. Do you know what?
Spoilers, but yeah, you might need to see
that. That is a part of it I really need to see, because I got really into X-Men when I was a kid. Before,
see, I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard it's good. The old classic X-Men cartoon. They've done a new season. It's coming out now, week by week. It's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah, because we had like, my mum it was almost like a tradition. It was only when she could afford it, but like if she could afford it, I'd get like a DVD on a Friday.
Yeah.
Usually from a supermarket, so it was an older DVD.
Yeah. Because
they were cheap. It was like £1 or £2 for one.
Yeah.
And that was when I got the X-Men DVDs. I used to always go for the Scooby-Doo ones because I fucking loved Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
But like, I got the X-Men one, and then I think the next week I went back and got the next X-Men movie. Like, I loved them.
Yeah.
So like, I really need to get up to date with X-Men and Logan and everything, because that is something I really enjoy.
The only thing with the X-Men films is that they do the Dark Phoenix storyline twice.
Oh really?
Yeah, they do Dark Phoenix, the movie Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
They do that comic story there, but they also do it in the third one.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is the third one. They do the same story pretty much twice.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have a problem with the X-Men films.
No. There's been
I don't think they're as good as most of the MCU, but they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
But the casting is...
Yeah, the casting's really good.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched any of them.
To loop it back to Harry Potter, the rumour is that Daniel Radcliffe might be the MCU's version of Wolverine. So after Deadpool 3, I assume that'll be Hugh Jackman's last Wolverine, and they'll reboot the mutants for the main MCU timeline.
That could be really good.
Yeah, because they need to reboot it for the MCU, I think, even though I think it's really cool that we're getting all this old stuff for the multiverse. It works in a multiverse setting, sure.
Yeah.
But when we get our mainline MCU, we need a recast of all the mutants. Yeah. And I think Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine would kill it.
I'm going to put it out there. I haven't seen all of his movies, I know that much. But I'm going to put it out there that there's only ever been one series of movies, because it's actually 2 movies now that Daniel Radcliffe's in that haven't been good. Woman in Black.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was crap.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. The first time I watched it, I thought it was brilliant, and then I watched it again and went, "Oh my god, this is actually really shit."
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with me with all 3 of the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah. You rewatch it and you go, "Actually, that wasn't that good."
As far as I'm concerned, none of it's fucking canon. In my head, just in my little world that I want to exist in, canon Star Wars is episodes 4, 5 and 6. That's your classic hero's tale. Don't need anything else, because that was perfect.
Yeah.
That was really good. I will agree, because everybody sucks the cock of The Mandalorian. The first season of that's really good, but the second season's not so good. I haven't seen the third one.
On that point, would you like a Mando helmet?
A Mando helmet?
Yes.
You haven't... Oh, you were going to dress up as the Mandalorian for Comic-Con?
Yeah, I'm getting rid of it all.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm never going to do anything with that. It needs loads of work doing to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I'm just never going to do it.
Well, Forrest might take it off, yeah?
Oh, you might do actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be an idea. Yeah, because I want rid of it, and I don't really want to bin it because it's quite a good set.
It is, to be fair, yeah. It is worth... I'd imagine it's worth quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. The guy that made it, because I won't get into that, but the guy that made it,
he's really good.
Yeah, he's sold some stuff like to people for some good money for the stuff he makes. It is hours of work in it, so I don't just want to throw it in the bin.
No, don't do that.
But it's just like taking up space, and don't think I'm ever really gonna use it for anything.
Forrest actually messaged me the other day because I was asking, because we're going to try and do a paintball game, and if I can get a GoPro, I might record it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
My favourite video, I do all my climbing videos. My favourite one's where we hiked Fanny Big.
That was great.
Penny Van.
We've got to do Fanny Big, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do. That's my favourite one. So it's just like shit like that we just get up to, because I just can't wait to be sitting in a care home going, "Oh, look what I used to do with all my mates."
Yeah. All this fun stuff I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
Oh yeah.
I love that. That's not that I think it's a particularly good video, just the day. That day.
Yeah, that day was great. Yeah. We were all slightly hungover and
we weren't hungover.
No, not really. We didn't get that drunk, to be fair.
No, we weren't.
No.
If I remember correctly, the podcast episode where we played Cards Against Humanity, that was recorded the night before.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That was brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Star Trek wise, the Picard series was really good.
Oh yeah, we were talking about movies.
Yeah. That Picard series was really good. I haven't watched Beyond yet. I need to. Discovery was really good, and the way, like, because as with a few bits of the canon in Star Trek, it can be hard to pinpoint where it is, but it really, like, the longer it goes on, it really starts to slot itself in as to where it fits in the canon.
Yeah, which
is really nice, and it fills some gaps that were there prior. Obviously Deep Space Nine I never got into. I know a lot of people were really into Deep Space Nine. Some of the older movies were really good as well, like The Wrath of Khan, and I think they remade The Wrath of Khan. No, they didn't remake The Wrath of Khan. They did another one with Khan that has Benedict Cumberbatch in.
Okay.
He plays Khan. He does really well in that. They've also got the movies. Have also got
X-Men. No, I was about to say something fucking retarded, that somebody from Star Trek played a villain in an X-Men film, and I was thinking of Kevin Bacon, but I wasn't going to say Kevin Bacon, but I don't even think Kevin Bacon was in Star Trek.
No, I don't think he was.
No. That's complete fucking retarded. I don't know what I was about to do.
The who is it? Simon Pegg is in the Star Trek movies
Oh,
as well.
is he?
Yeah.
Okay, what's his mate's name?
Nick Frost.
Yeah, is he in it?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a shame.
They are an iconic duo.
Yeah, they are a very iconic duo. But, like, I think they've moved to a point where it's like they've done what they wanted to do in terms of working together. Because, like, after the Cornetto trilogy, and obviously there was a couple of other movies like Paul, they did.
Paul was good, but it had a shit ending.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and thinking the ending was terrible, but that was a solid film.
Yeah. Paul should have gone home.
Yes.
That would have made it a more satisfactory ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Cornetto trilogy.
Which is...
it's Shaun of the Dead.
Buzz, Shaun of the Dead.
And The World's End.
I didn't see that one. That's why I can never remember which three it is.
Yeah, The World's End is actually quite good.
Yeah.
A lot of people said it was shit. They take the movie too seriously.
You can't take any of his films seriously.
No, exactly.
They're all comedies. You can't take comedy seriously.
They genuinely, like... people have said that World's End was shit. You're just taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a movie designed to be taken that seriously.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I had it on DVD at one point. But yeah, Cornetto trilogy is brilliant.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz is fantastic.
Oh yeah, hilarious. Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead, I like that they do the shot in the opening where he goes to buy the Cornetto.
Yeah.
Goes home, and then after the zombie apocalypse has happened, it's the exact same, but everything's so mundane in his world that he doesn't notice that everyone is just now dead around him.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're really good. I think Nick Frost has been doing some directing stuff.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that the director of like all the Cornetto trilogy, or the directors, I think they're different directors, some of them. But yeah, like I know they got pissed off because basically they wanted to self-direct because it's their movies.
Yeah.
But I think it was a case of like they can't do two jobs at once.
Some people do.
Yeah, but like the director would say something. I think only one of them had a separate director.
Yeah.
But like apparently he kept getting pissed off because like the director would tell him to do something and like Simon Pegg would be like, oh no, fuck off, it's my movie.
Yeah. Because yeah, some people do both. They act in the film and
direct.
So
yeah.
Taika Waititi is a good example of this. So in Jojo Rabbit, he plays Hitler and he's the director.
Yeah.
He's Korg in Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And he's also the director of both films. After Love and Thunder, I don't think he should ever touch Thor again. Because that like Morbius, Love and Thunder, the trailer is so much better than the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that he dropped the ball hard there. That was terrible. It just gave off like the idea that there's this guy who is going around killing gods with this sword that can do that.
Yeah.
And in the comics, that sword is the sword belongs to the god of the symbiotes, so Venom's god.
Yeah.
But because of the Sony Marvel situation, they can't outright say that, so they changed the law around the sword to fit with what they can do legally. So just make it something else.
Yeah.
Just have him equip Gore with a different weapon, and show him kill some gods. The opening scene to Thor: Love and Thunder is fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you see the film or not?
No.
Okay, well, for anyone that's seen the film, it opens up, he's carrying his daughter through the desert, and he finds paradise where his god is, and it's like, oh, there's so much fruit and water, we can survive here. And then, but his daughter has already died, and he's like, oh, I'll bring my daughter back, and his god's just a real asshole to him.
Yeah.
So he picks up the sword and fucking plunges it in his neck. And he's like, okay, well, my vow now is that if all gods are dickheads,
yeah,
I'm just going to go kill them all. So it was really interesting, like, some of the gods in the MCU are assholes, sure, but Thor's alright, he saved the universe.
Yeah.
Thor's pretty sound.
Yeah.
His sister and his brother was a bit of a dickhead, but
Yeah.
Thor was good.
Going back
His dad
to-
was good.
Go back to it because I've just thought like we can somewhat link Batman films to Star Trek.
Okay.
And it's purely because obviously Batman films, different actors across the films.
Yeah.
You
know that when it's a different actor, they're not connected in canon.
Oh, yeah, no,
that's
I know
not
that.
true. Actually, wow. Do we have time on this podcast for me to talk about?
If we go
90s Batman
too much
films?
over, I'll just split it into two.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it in a minute then.
Yeah. So Spock's got two different actors across films.
Right.
In fact, I think there's 3 different actors now. Or was it 2? But anyway, Leonard Nimoy was the original Spock, and he will always be the Spock. He's brilliant. Plays Spock amazingly. But the newer films, what's his fucking name? Because he's in American Horror Story as well. What's his fucking name? It's going to annoy me, I can. But he actually, everyone, including myself, was worried about how he would do portraying Spock. And actually, he did a really good job. And he's never going to replace Leonard Nimoy. And he said it himself, he knows he's not going to replace Leonard Nimoy. But actually, he holds the character up really well.
Yeah. Do you think it's better than Leonard Nimoy?
No.
But it's good.
Yeah, but it's good. Yeah. He'll never dethrone Leonard Nimoy as the ultimate Spock. And he's admitted that himself.
Yeah.
But he held up the character really, really well. And like as the movies go on, you do see him as Spock. Because that could be the danger when an actor changes in a particular role, is that you don't see them as a character because it's not the same actor.
Because that's the worry now with Daniel Radcliffe potentially playing Wolverine. It's like, well, Hugh Jackman's done it for so long and he's done it so well that, like, okay, yeah, he's getting on a bit now. Deadpool and Wolverine will probably be his last one as Wolverine. Fair enough. But he's got big shoes to fill, whichever actor it ends up being.
Yeah.
And you're going to be compared.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're always...
Yeah, that's like when they say Call of Duty fans will say that, oh yeah, Black Ops 4 was a good game if you don't compare it to Black Ops 3. Well, how can you not compare it to Black Ops 3?
You're always going to compare it. Yeah.
How can you not? It's the sequel.
Yeah.
But were you finished on that point?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the different actors changing because originally, so you had a if it's 4, do you call it quadrilogy? Do you have a trilogy? You have a duology. What is it when it's 4? Quadrilogy.
I don't know.
Okay, well, so you had Batman Returns, you had Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, which were all the same continuity. The first 2 were directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton. And they're very gothic, they're very dark, especially Batman Returns. There was a lot of trouble about how dark that was because they promoted it with McDonald's. They teamed up with Warner Brothers and McDonald's teamed up to promote fucking Batman Returns.
Yeah.
And sell it so McDonald's could sell Happy Meal toys out of Batman. And so then when kids went to see Batman Returns, a lot of them were quite frightened by how dark Tim Burton went with it. It's a really interesting story. Maybe we'll talk about it more in depth in another podcast. But get to Batman Forever, because of that total tonal shift. They don't want Tim Burton to do it anymore. They've recast before George Clooney, they recast again for the 4th one, Batman and Robin. His name is on the tip of my tongue. I don't want to Google it because I know this. His name is on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. Do you know, you just can't say it.
Yeah.
What's his name?
This is literally what I just had with the new actor for Spock.
I know. There's... How much I know about this fucking thing. I've listened to a podcast before about the original script for Batman Forever, where they literally just read it.
Yeah.
Because you can find it on the internet. And had they cast Michael Keaton, they kept him. If they'd kept the director as Tim Burton, would have been the best Batman film ever at the time. I still think that Nolan's Batman Begins, Dark Knight, better than that.
Yeah.
But at the time, that would have been the best one.
Yeah. On the topic of Tim Burton, I think he got.
He's doing a new Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yes. Trailer for that's out.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people weren't happy with Coraline.
It's pissing me off. I need to know.
I don't know if you ever saw Coraline.
Yeah. Is it? It's just stop motion film, is it?
Yeah, it's an anime. Yeah, stop motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of his films are stop motion, aren't they? Because it's like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride's the one I was thinking of as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like obviously all of his movies have been
Val fucking Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously all of his movies have been
So
quite
disappointed in
dark.
myself. Carry on.
Yeah, all of Tim Burton's movies have been quite dark, but they've been light enough that they were still considered kids' movies.
Yeah.
Like, but Coraline got really dark, and there was a lot of yeah, he was quite badgered by the press over it. They were quite
Yeah.
you know they
Tim
weren't
Burton's been in a lot of trouble for a lot of different things over the years.
yeah because people took their kids to go and watch it, and it was like their kids were crying.
Yeah,
'cause it
same
was-
with Batman Returns. Yeah.
because it was dark.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think it holds up as one of the best movies he's made.
Yeah.
Like, when I first watched it, years and years ago, and I wasn't very old,
Yeah.
it was scary. If I watch it now, that movie has such deep meaning in it, and, you know, it really portrays an ideal. Like, I think it's one of his best.
Yeah. With Batman Returns, you take, because all the McDonald's, you think it's a kid's film,
Yeah.
and then you take your kid to see it, and then Catwoman is cutting a guy's face open playing tic-tac-toe with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite gruesome. But what I was going to say, to go back to the continuity thing with different actors, those 4 films were in the same continuity,
Yeah.
but then they were bringing back Michael Keaton for the Flash movie last year. So they were like, okay, how do we explain... I was like, well, you just... still that has to be the same canon, but you've just got Michael Keaton back to do his iconic role.
Yeah.
But those other 2 films can still be canon, but they went, no, fuck that, they axed the other 2, put those in their own continuity. So this Batman now was just Batman Returns, a tie-in comic book called Batman 89,
Okay.
which continued the Burton verse just to say those 2 aren't canon anymore, because this is the 3rd Batman, this comic book, and then the Flash. But then at the same breath, the Flash is done in a way, Michael Keaton's Batman in that is done in such a way where you don't have to consider those canon.
Yeah.
It can be. In fact, that Batman in that film can be separate from the other ones if you want,
Yeah.
because it's multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah, because it all links into multiverse ultimately, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which is a mistake, I think.
Yeah, I think
they
it is.
are. I think it could be really interesting, but they're just not.
Yeah.
No one's getting
Well,
it right at the
Going
moment.
back to Ratchet and Clank, like that new game, it explores a multiverse idea.
Oh yeah.
But it's done well enough that it fits,
Yeah.
because like you're essentially consistently playing the same characters, but they're just different enough that the entire universe is a completely different place.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not like they're so different that, you know, the multi, and it's not even like
I
there's...
think multiverse stories in media could be done really well. I just don't think anyone's done it right yet.
Yeah, because I think that's what I was getting into. Like,
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, they did multiverse really well.
Yeah.
They did it well, but so many people... I think people overdo it with the multiverse.
Yeah.
You end up with too much variation.
Yeah. And at the same time, it just feels like it's not enough as well.
Yeah.
It's too much and it's not enough.
Hugh Jackman as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, I can't remember if he just did voiceover or if he was actually in it, but Les Miserables.
What's that?
Les Miserables.
Yeah.
They made a film adaptation of it, which is what he's in, but it's an original West End musical.
Okay. Oh, he's done a few musicals, hasn't he? He's in...
Yeah, he's got an incredible voice. Like, an incredible
He can
voice.
sing, yeah.
Yeah, no, Les Miserables...
Greatest Showman is what I was thinking of. Carry on.
Yeah, Les Miserables is actually quite good. That is... It's dark, but it's a musical, so it's not that dark.
Yeah.
Like, it's dark enough. Because it explores genuine human themes.
Yeah.
because it like Les Miserables essentially like explores poverty and exploitation and stuff like that. Themes like that. You know the song "I Dreamed a Dream"?
I dreamed a dream.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. Yeah, that was terrible. Didn't prepare. So
if anyone has gotten this far in the video, you need to write in the comments, "I dreamed a dream."
Yes. Yeah.
Time gone by.
I dreamed a dream in
Don't
time
do it again.
gone by.
Stop.
When hope was
Stop.
high and life
Stop.
was living. I'm sure you've probably heard that song.
I suspect I have somewhere. I don't know.
That is from Les Miserables.
Okay.
I can't hit the notes in it because it's actually a song intended to be sung by women.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is sung by a woman, innit? So.
How long have we been recording? Because it got dark. I don't know if it's because I closed the window.
No, it has. Sun's going down. An hour and 10. But I don't think we've said everything yet.
If you've still got more to talk about, I'm not in a rush to get home.
No, I'm happy to carry on going. I'm sure I had something to talk about, but I can't think of what it was now. But I'm sure we'll find something out because I don't think we finished with this conversation.
If you want to keep going, Paul, we can keep going.
Yeah.
It's your shout, and I'm in no rush.
Well, like, cause at the end of the day, I can split it into 2 episodes. I might have to go turn the light on though.
Yeah, because I was.
Yeah,
because that's what I was just looking at then. I thought, fuck me, that's dark. It wasn't that dark. I thought, oh fuck, the sun's gone down almost.
Yeah, it's starting to.
Oh, how's your knee?
That's fine. Get the light on.
Right, I shall entertain while Ali's coming back already.
Yeah. The light is on.
He's already back. It was gonna be a solo podcast. Speaking of solo podcasts, when are you doing a solo podcast?
I don't know yet. Yeah, I should do one.
You should do a solo podcast.
But equally, Hogwarts Legacy. Guys, just a quick outro from the last video because it's been split into 2, so we obviously only have one outro. I could just cut the outro off the other one, but thought I'd just do a quick outro for you guys. Obviously, the usual stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did like the video, do consider giving it a like and subscribing because it helps us out massively. Other than that, if you'd like to see some of the climbing content we create, you can see that over on Callum's channel. The link will be down in the description. If you're interested in keeping up to date with everything we're doing, you can check out our Instagram. I haven't posted on it in a while. I need to get on that, and I will. If you are interested in the gaming channel, the link for that will be down in the description as well, but there's nothing there yet either. Equally as much, guys, if you do want to listen audio only on the go or whatever, we are also available audio only on YouTube Music. Anyway, cheers, guys.